Okay, now the section has officially started recording. So guys, those of you that are here, welcome. Those of you that have been earlier, thank you for staying with us to this point. Then those of you that are just joining, welcome and fasten your seatbelts. Now listen guys, I want to talk about two major topics I know is going to help you in your trading. And the first one is your trading psychology and your trading strategy. Now, if you come to trading psychology, first thing I want to talk about is your emotion control. First thing you have to do in your trading psychology is how to control your emotions. It's very, very possible. It's going to affect you. That's why when some of you come to my DM and tell me, boss, I borrow money and trade. The first question I used to ask is, can you control your emotions? Because it's not about borrowing the money. It's about being patient enough to wait for your trade to play out. Because I used to advise don't borrow money. Because when you now borrow money to trade, they're not going to calm down. You get, it's going to affect you so much. Like under this trading psychology, I have like 3 topics in it. First one is emotional control. Emotional control. The second one is discipline, patience. Then the third one is stress management. Stress under trading psychology, emotional control, discipline and patience, then stress management. They are under trading psychology. Get, so you need to have these 3 things. And I'm going to explain all of them one by one. The emotional control is that you might enter a trade now when you are done with your analysis. You will not enter a trade. This one also has to do with patience, which is the second one. You're not patient enough to allow the trade to play out. You're not patient enough to allow the trade to play out because of what you have not learned how to control your emotion. See, in trading, you have to be willing to lose for you to gain. That's why I like this guy. What's his name? You guys fake out Lord. That guy has actually lost a whole lot of money in trading before he met me. But his trade became good because of he now studied the CME very well. Then now he's now willing to risk money to make money. There's this that I was talking with him and he told me how he actually used to have losses before. And he used to tell you guys in the group that before he wins one trade, he has had like a couple of losses because of what his trading psychology now is on the high side. He can actually control his emotions. He has already understood that in crypto, you have to lose for you to make money. But the thing is that don't lose foolishly. Don't lose foolishly. That's where the risk management I always talk about comes in. You should have a certain amount that you are willing to lose. Once it has gotten to that amount, close your trade. Don't leave it to start going down and blow your account. Close your trade and wait for the next time. And again, don't go and be entering trades stupidly. That is where the trading strategy comes in, which is the 2 topics I'm going to talk about. Don't just open Bybit or Binance and start trading. That is very bad. Okay, plan yourself. Say, so time is when I'm going to come online and trade. And I'm going to trade for an hour or 2 hours and I will leave. This is a strategy. Okay, I will come. Today I'm going to focus solely on using trend lines or support and resistance or knowing price action or even using fake outs, which is the one he focused so much in. You get, this is simply you having a trading strategy. You definitely need to have a trading strategy. Like me now, if you notice, the signals I used to drop for you guys currently now is different from the way I analyzed the course, like the teachings I put up in the course. Because now I don't do so much analysis again. What I do is once I open a trade, once I open a chart, I will look at it first. Men looking at it, before I draw anything, men looking at it, you will see if this is an upward trend, a downward trend, or ranging market. Men looking at it, okay, you see, okay, this looks like a ranging market. Before I now put I'll just look for the high highs and high lows. Once I get it, I'll just draw my trend line. Then I will now predict, okay, see this thing has moved this way. I'll just put my risk to reward ratio. And I'll just be willing to lose that small pot You guys, I don't know, my signal is in this group. So you see that small box are what I am willing to risk to get everything in that other top box that is light. And I'll just calm down and will allow the trade to play out. I don't rush. I just calm down and wait. That's why most of the signals I used to drop used to take like 2 or 3 hours before it triggers. Because what's my trading psychology, I've already made peace. I already understand that the trading is all about patience. If you don't control your emotions or patient enough, sometimes I'm going to set a trade now, and the trade will be dancing within my risk to reward. Like it will be dancing within my risk before it peaks. You get it will be dancing within my risk before it peaks. I don't used to use out of fear or emotions I can't close the trade. No, because of what trading has already made me so much money. So I already understand how it was, and I trade with a particular strategy. I don't do too much in my chart again. I don't do too much. I just have a particular way I trade. I stick to it if it works for you. So that's why I would actually advise that go through your course and don't limit yourself. There's an advice that somebody gave somebody in the CME group that I liked so much. So the person was saying that the style of my signal is now different from the style of the analysis I do for the signals I drop in the group is now different from the way I was teaching the course. I did not show it in the course. There's somebody now replied him and told him that he shouldn't limit himself to only CME. He shouldn't. He should learn. He should go through the Candlestick Holy Bible. That it's even inside that place. And again, there's YouTube. I shouldn't be the only crypto trader you know. I shouldn't be. You should look at what other top guys are doing. Go to search, but don't go and gather so much information and full in your head. No, that's not what I'm saying. Don't go and gather so much information and come and be doing trial error. No. Don't use your money and be doing trial error. But what I mean is expand your learning, expand your knowledge. Don't limit it to crypto medicine. You get to look at what other traders are doing. Get traders. If you notice now, my kind of person, I've never made mention of indicators or advise you guys to go and use indicators or follow all these people that used to predict market on Twitter, all these shout out people that will say, buy this, buy that. Those people would fucking send you to your village. See indicators and all these people that are very loud on Twitter, always dropping signals, I quote, buy this and nah. Because most of the time, they do not actually analyze that market. They are doing that thing for clout chasing. Then secondly, indicators will actually show you a trade after price action has already done its own. So indicators, if you focus so much on indicators, there's a high chance that you keep losing your money. Just focus on price action. And what is price action? Price action simply means the position of the market, the movement of the market, the high and the high lows, your support, your resistance, your risk reward ratio, your trend lines. Those are price action. Knowing what the market did few days ago, 3 days ago, 1 week ago can actually tell you how you are going to go about the trade. And remember, when it comes to trading psychology, you need to control your emotions, guys. This is very important. Control your emotions. Don't let your emotions get better off. Then you discipline yourself to wait. Discipline yourself to have patience. Discipline yourself not to be in a rush to make money. Don't come into crypto with the mindset that you are going to come and carry billion van of money. It does not work that way because the whole system itself, CJ and the guy that owned Bybit, the whole system was actually made to make money from you, not you making money from them. But it's not because of that. We now have tools, strategies. That is why we are actually making money from it because of what you have a tools and a strategy you stick to. Me, I don't do too much. But I remember my beginning days, I will not lie, I do too much. I will have 5 indicators. Most of those indicators, they are paid for now. Just like the indicators on TradingView. You can only get access to them when you get to pay for their monthly subscription. Yes, you now get access to a bunch of indicators. That was 2019 when I was doing that rubbish. I was losing money back to back. I was losing money. Before I now decided to come and say, oh, more. Let me know what this problem. In fact, I lost a whole lot of money in 2019 before I now even stopped trading itself because it made me very depressed. I got back to trading again in 2021. You get now I'm more knowledgeable, I have more open-minded, and I'm not in a hurry to carry the billion van. Some days I'll make $50. Okay, no, I don't make $50 again. But some days I'll make like $300, $200, and I'm done for the day. And again, it's true. Have a trading target. Let me say in a day now, you tell yourself, see, once I hit $20, I'm out of the market. Keep doing it that way. Have a trading target. Once you meet it, you are done for the trade. Some of you say you should even focus on just one particular coin, one particular trade, like one particular coin and be trading it up and down. That's also a trading strategy. You must not trade it like me now. I've told you guys before that I don't go close to BTC. I don't go close to the YDS because I've noticed that these two coins used to make me lose money. So why would I go and be messing with them when I always lose money anytime I trade them? But again, I now use BTC for something. I don't actually go and trade BTC, but I actually use BTC to predict how market will go. Because BTC controls, like let me say BTC shorts. Now the next thing that will short is XRP. XRP will short. Ethereum will short. BNB will short. Bybit pair will short, which is Bybit coin to short. And again, when I talk about trading strategy, another trading strategy you can actually have is just focus on, okay, let me be shorting the market only. Let me leave longs and focus on shorts. That's what Adam does now. He focused mostly on shorts because of what he has understood how fake out works. So fake out means catching them at the top. That's why you see him getting over 500% ROI, getting over 1,000% because it catches them on the top. And the good thing about trade is that anything that goes up will come down. And anything that goes down below will go up, unless they are just manipulating the market or those people just want to close their coins and go. So if you watch the way I like using him, another person again that does very well is Amy. I actually like what Amy is doing, Amy Media, because most of the time he used to share his analysis in the group. Because me, I've gotten to a point now that I've actually diversified. I'm no longer, crypto is not only my only source of income now, currently. But is it still making me money? Yes. But it's not only my source of income. But am I still very knowledgeable in crypto and how it works? Very good, I am. That's why most of the times I just do a very simple analysis and stand. So if it's somebody that is smart, that pays attention, you should look at those analysis I used to do and the way I should do my thing and try to reciprocate. There's not how you try it once and try it 2 times that you're now going to get it the way I used to do it. So don't just limit yourself to only my course. Study the course because there's information in it. Even in Candlestick Holy Bible, that book is plenty, and and the book is well detailed on different strategies, on different trading strategies you want to use. So the thing is that find what works for you and stick to it. You might decide to just be trading only Ethereum. You just be doing the analysis only on Ethereum. And again, I want to tell you guys something. Okay, I think I already said it. BTC Gongo manipulates the market. BTC most of the time controls the market. If BTC shorts, like gives that his long red candle, immediately look for a coin and shorts, one of the X coins and shorts. There's a high chance, but those ones that are following BTC back to back, like SRP, Ethereum, BNB, and Bitcoin. See these 4 ones, they are actually topping the charts. Those coins will definitely short. So you can decide that your trading strategy will be, okay, let me be trading crypto only on longs. You'll be waiting for longs. You do your analysis. Once you draw your trend line, draw the up one, you see, okay, the thing has hit this place now, it's down below. The next thing should be long. Put your risk to reward, calculate it and set it. And just wait for the trade to play out. Even though the thing is red and you look at your risk reward, you see that it has not actually hit your stop loss. Relax. If you are very sure of your trade and your analysis, relax, because all these things, if you don't control emotions or you are not patient enough, you keep losing money. Because when the thing shine red, you say, fear of you don't want to lose the money, go and close the trade. If you do it first time, do it second time, do it third time, before you know it, you have blown your account. You have blown. Most of you in this group, I used to get a very wonderful testimonies, I swear. Very nice testimonies. And the truth is that some of the guys actually used to give these testimonies. They are not really, really active in the CME group. And some of you are also active. Like the guy that invited me for his wedding, was it two months ago? I posted it on my status there. The guy actually did not have money to do his wedding. Then he now got CME course. One of the advice I told him that, see guy, this course is going to actually help you. But the thing is that you have to come down and learn. And once you learn, don't be in a hurry to make money. No. Have this mindset, okay, they are going to make money from it, quite all right, but don't be in so much hurry. Give it time. Implement what you have learned. The guy said, okay. Do you know 2 months later, this guy came back with testimonies. I still have everything. Maybe one of these days I will repost it again. The guy came back and told me that first of all, he sends me his invitation card for his wedding. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. He thanked me for coming into his life, thanked me for changing his life, that before he was wondering where he would get money for his wedding, that he didn't even have enough money then. So he used the money he had then to pay. Then when he now paid, he started trading. Now, currently as we speak now, there is his crypto money that is funding his wedding. That's very, very beautiful. That's a very, very nice testimony to tell you that this things actually work. And I've seen people that after buying crypto medicine, they will come to me and tell me to refund them. I'll be like, what were you thinking? Is it that when you got the course, you are thinking you just come and start packing money? It does not really work that way. You have to study it. And what's nice to tell some people is that you have to be willing. If you want to get something in life, you have to be willing and do some things purposefully for you to achieve it. Let me give you for an instance now. The land I bought the other time I posted on my status, do you know how long I saved the money for that land? Do you know how long I saved the money for that land? I saved the money for that land for 2 good years. 2 good years. Before I bought it. I saved the money purposefully. Check who is on the door. I saved the money purposefully. I know what I did, which is crypto. What I did was I went to them and told them, see, you guys should give me grace. Maybe give me a 6 months plan, 12 months plan, 24 months plan. I'm going to be depositing small. At some point, I was starving because I know what I want to get and I know what that land is going to get for me. So I was deliberately saving money purposefully for the goal I have. That still boils down to crypto trade. If you actually want to achieve something, you have to study it purposefully. You get, that, okay, see, this is the only option I have. For those of you that is your option, it's only your option you have. Break out time, study it, because for you to actually make money, you have to earn. And again, after studying it, focus more on having a strategy. Like I give a sample of strategies you can have. You can have a particular coin that you be trading, and you decide, okay, this is the only coin I want to be trading. This is the only coin I want to be analyzed and be trading alone. That is a strategy. 2, you can decide, okay, it's only shorts that I want to be doing. I don't want longs. I'm already looking for a short entry. I'm looking for a short entry. Once I say short entry, I'll enter the short. Once it goes down, finish, you exit. You go to another trade, another coin, and look for a short entry. That is a trading strategy. 3rd one is that you can actually do the same thing you are doing with shorts and longs. You say, okay, it's only longs I want to be. You're looking for long opportunities. Once you see long opportunities, you go for it. That's the trading strategy. 4, and that trading strategy is BTC. Like I said, BTC controls the market. BTC controls the market. You can decide to just focus on BTC. When you see BTC short, people are now panicking. You can go and short another coin. You can go and short one of those Earth coins, and it will definitely work in your favor. Maybe not so much how BTC fell, but what's BTC for? Most of those coins will retrace. Maybe you just do a little bit of trading and go. That's it. 4th one again is scalping. That's a trading strategy. You put your 15 minutes time frame or 5 minute time frame. You do your small analysis. Once it pumps, you in the market, take your money, you're out. That's a trading strategy. The fifth one is maybe you decide to just be using trend lines. Decide to just be using trend lines. You draw your trend lines, decide to be using it alone. Again, it's fake out, which is what most of your Adam uses very well. Fake out, just analyze the trade the way I analyze it in the course, show you guys how to catch it. Then you just focus on it. Or you go through your trading candlestick holy Bible. There's a whole lot of, you can decide to be using only candlesticks too. You look for dodgy this thing, morning star, and just focus on it and know when to long and when to short. Crypto is very, very sweet if you get to understand it and you decide to give it your all. You are definitely going to make money from it. So first of all, let me do a recap. The two topics I taught today in this section is two things. Your trading psychology, having trading psychology and strategy. Then under the trading psychology comes with controlling your emotions, having patience and stress management, controlling your stress management, which is almost something as controlling your emotions, being patient and managing your stress management. I've already explained it. So you have to not allow small retracement or pullback get to you. Just relax, be calm about it. You get? Then again, having a strategy, which I already list different ways. And again, don't just limit yourself, like I said, to CME course. You can actually go on YouTube and still learn. But go and gather so much information. It's going to overwhelm you, but just learn. And if you think that, okay, you see that this thing is good, maybe don't enter a trade. You test that thing you have learned on TradeView. At least you're not spending money there. You test it maybe first time or two times. If the thing is playing out the way the person taught it on YouTube, you cannot decide to try it on a real account. And if it's working with you, stick to it. Why Adam is making so much money is that he sticks to fake out. Why Amy Media is making money because of his stick to trend lines. You always see his analysis. He posted in the group with so many other of you guys in the group that is doing well. So now I'm going to decide to start answering questions now. So if you know you have any question you want to ask, you can just request. Then I'm going to now unmute your mic for you to ask your question, and I'll get to answer it. So if you have any question, you can just use your listing and request for that you want to ask question. Then I'm going to allow you to speak. So is there anybody that has any question to ask? Maybe not on the topic we are actually having, maybe a question on the course or a random question where you're having difficulties or mistakes or something to throw more light on. You can request. I'm going to pick up and answer you. No questions are coming in. Nobody is requesting for a question. So since nobody has a question to ask, I believe we have come to the end of this section. So the thing there is that, guys, remember again, in trading, you have to control your emotions. You have to have a very good trading psychology and strategy. This is the two things you have. And under trading psychology, you have to be patient. Allow your trade to play out. Allow your analysis to play out. Control your emotions. Don't panic. Then under trading strategy, you have to look for what works for you. Study your course and pick one particular one that works for you. Or study the signals that used to drop in screenshots. Study it and see if you can actually read. Because if you notice, most of those signals that come in a screenshot form, they do well. And when they do well, I always post the follow-up to show you guys, okay, this is it before, which is already in the group now. This is how it's playing out. You guys always see it because what I focus on price action. So you guys can actually decide to develop a strategy for yourself, which I've already listed so many that you can actually get to try out. So if you have any question, you can actually get to ask your question. But if you don't have any question, I believe we have come to I can even see some people are still joining. Something that, okay, well, I'm going to try next section we are going to have. I'm going to maybe set the time a day or 2 days before, because I'm seeing that some people are just coming online. Then all those people that were disturbing by it, where was I, where am I? I believe that they are here because if those people that was disturbing by it too are not here, it's sad though, because you guys actually made me remember. I totally forgot I said that I was going to even have a section today. Is when I started seeing the notifications are coming into the group, and some of you are texting, some of you are calling me. That's why I remember, oh, it's true that we have a section. I had to cancel what I'm doing there. Okay, I don't really cancel what I'm doing there, but I actually decided to finish up what I'm doing there and come back, because I'm not supposed to be back to the hotel by this time. But I decided to sacrifice this night for you guys, since I still have more weeks to continue with my vacation. And guys, please, I know I've not been dropping signal lately. You guys should understand. It is called vacation for a reason. Vacation is just to go and relax and take care of yourself. And me, since I came since Thursday, I started my vacation. It's only today I traded. I've been eating the money I already have. It's just today that I did small trade and collect more money, made the vacation continue. I've been actually resting and going out just to appreciate myself. It's called self-gratitude. And I actually just advise it once in a while. You guys should take yourself out on the weekend. I've seen Adam done it before. I've seen CME Media done it before. I'm sorry, this is the only two guys I only mentioned their name. I know most of you in this group. We talk personally and all. But these are the two guys I've seen that they're doing well. I will not say very well, because I know I have some guys that is doing very well in this group. Like the guy that made, was it over 7 million that they have sent me screenshots. I've seen guys that are actually doing very well, but they are not really loud. They don't really talk much in the group. But the ones that I've seen that send their own proof back to back in is that Amy Media and Adam. Both of them are really doing well. And I actually like the fact that they are sharing their content too in the group. And I will actually encourage all of you. Let's get to act like a family in the discussion group, because this is a lifetime something. You guys are in this discussion group, and then unless God decides to take my life. But if God does decide to take my life, we're going to know ourselves for very long time, and more people will keep joining. So I actually advise that if you're on a trade that is playing out well, or you did your analysis on a trade and it is doing well, I would advise you guys to share it with us. Don't just send us wins. Wait till one is your win too. Book will just tell you congratulations, look you for eye. We know that getting that trade wasn't easy, yes, we know, but at least share. So you have cleared your conscience that you put it up here. And again, if the person gets to share the trade and you lose money, don't blame him, because he's not entitled to you. He does not owe you anything. He's doing it out of his own kindness. So it's left for you when he shares that signal, you go and do your own analysis and look at it. You get it? Because me personally, I've seen some trades that they put up in the group, in the discussion group. I will look at it and go to my trade view and put it. Maybe the person will say long. But from my analysis, the way I'm seeing it, this thing looks like waiting go short. I will just avoid it. I will avoid it, because your own analysis, I don't know if you used 15 minutes time frame or 5 minutes time frame, because that might actually be a scalp trade. That's what you dropped. Then me, I'm going to my normal 4 hours and 1 hour time frame, and then I'm seeing that thing is going to be long. I will avoid it. Then some signals I used to see, I will analyze. If I see, yes, okay, this one is going to play out, I enter it. So don't be an ignorant. Don't just wait for signals. But if somebody gets to share their signal in the discussion group, get to analyze it first. Go and look at it in your trade chart before you enter it. And if you get to lose your money from that trade, don't blame the person, because the person does not owe you anything, and the person probably lost money too. But again, I'm still encouraging those guys that are doing well, those ones that don't used to talk and just bring their testimony to my DM. It's good, but at least still help newbies in this group. Pass those informations. Okay, there is one guy that I saw that shared something in the group. I like the way you guys used to ask once in a while, you share a message that helped you out. So the guy said that for a very long time that he has not been trading. No, it's not a very long time. He has for a very long time. He has not actually studied this course, which is the CME, but he has been busy trading and he has been losing money. So he decided to just cool off, to calm down and trade the first, and went back to his course, which is the CME. Went back, studied the course, then he came back good and better in trading. He actually now shared his testimonies. After sharing long notes, he sent screenshots of proof of his trade is doing well. You get? So get to study your course. We all know it's not easy. We all know that this making money is not easy. We all know it, yes. We all know that this making money is not easy. But at least get to make an attempt towards greatness. So for the purpose of those of you that are just joining us now, the latecomers, I'm just going to give a quick run through of the two topics we talked about. A very quick run through. And I'll now give room for questions to be asked. You get? Now, we talked about two topics. This is just for those of you that came late. We talked about two topics. The first one is trading psychology and having a trading strategy. So I'll start with the second one. Having a trading strategy is very, very important. To need a trading strategy, you have to figure out a trading strategy for yourself. And I made mention of few. Fake out is a trading strategy. Trading one particular coin is a trading strategy. Going for only shorts, you decide, okay, it's only shorts I want to be going. I'm looking for short entries or long entries only. That is a trading strategy. Watching the movement of BTC is a trading strategy because BTC control most of the altcoins. Watch the movement of BTC is a trading strategy. Silence using only trend lines or support and resistance is a trading strategy. Studying the way I used to drop my own signals, screenshots on, and try to learn from it is also a trading strategy. Then over to the trading psychology. Trading psychology simply means controlling your emotions, having patience, and don't have a very good stress management. Don't because of your trade is pulling back or not doing as you want it to do and quickly close that trade. No. Allow it, remove your mind from it, and allow the trade to play out well. So that is what I've talked about since we started this live video. So please, if you have a question, you can request now. So I'll get to ask your question. And remember, the question is not really about what we studied. Maybe if you're having difficulties in the course, or having difficulties in your trade, or you have a topic you want me to throw more light on, or like a question that generally regarding to you making money from crypto trading, you can get to ask again. Then remember, those of you that are already following me on Twitter, if you find value from this live section, like I said, you can screenshot and tweet what you learned and tag me. The group, maybe after this thing, I'm going to share my Twitter handle to the group. So those of you that want to follow or want to tag me can actually do that. So again, questions, you guys questions should start coming in, please, because I'm hungry. I want to get it. So you guys questions should start coming in. So if questions are not coming in, I'm going to end the live section. So I'm going to give, let me say, 5 minutes grace for questions. Okay, 5 minutes is long. So if anybody wants to ask questions, they should start requesting by now. They should. Let me see if anybody is requesting to speak. Nobody is requesting. Okay, somebody is requesting. Okay, Fly Boy. So what's the question? Hello, the two persons that I just accepted now, you can ask your question. So what's your question? You requested to speak. Fly Boy. You requested to speak. I accepted your request. I have not asked any question with one other guy again. Junior, you also requested to speak. I accepted your request. I haven't seen anything.
So are you hearing me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. I said that sometimes I will catch a move like a short position or a long position, and maybe when the trade is at 30% or 40%, I will move my entry to my, like I will move my stop loss to my entry, and sometimes I will leave the trade to play out. Maybe before you know it, before I come back, the trade I already hit my entry price. I don't know what's the problem. And
The
sometimes
trade
it
has
will not
already.
even reach down my stop
Wait,
loss.
okay, wait. You is it that the trade would close on its own or what?
like I will catch a trade, like a move like this. When the trade is up to 40 or 30%, I will move my stop loss to my entry. Then I will leave the trade to play out. Maybe the trade might retrace and hit my entry and the trade will close. Maybe I'm not there, but when I come back, I have seen that the trade have already closed.
Yeah, that's a very smart move. Oh. If you are doing it, I will encourage you to do it very well. It shows that you are smart. You're not losing money. It's actually, this thing you just said that is actually a trading strategy. Do you know why? Because now, retracement is bound to happen. What you actually did, the crypto terminology is called break even. Treatment, the trade has already played out well. So you quickly move your stop loss into your entry, which is if it's a trade, it will not go and make you lose money. That's actually very nice of you. If you are doing it, I'll tell you to keep it up. So why it's happening that way is because probably the trade has pulled back or retraced. You guess that's why it will come back to your entry and close. So now what you are doing is instead of you to be losing money anytime it retraces, once your trade peaks, you take your stop loss now and put inside your. Maybe next time, try putting your stop loss inside your profits. Maybe don't use your entry again. At least, even though the thing close, you go make like $1 or $2. I don't know if you understand. Let me say now, set your entry. Let me say your entry is at this point, and your stop loss is at this point. I don't know if you guys see my hand. Your entry is at this point, stop loss is at this point, and the trade is going, and the trade like went up to this place. Just take your stop loss from instead of taking your stop loss and putting it on entry. Maybe you just put it a little bit further inside your profits. So now, even though it comes down and the trace or pullback continues and close, at least I've made a profit from here to here. Maybe it might not be much, it might just be $1 or $2, at least something. So you break even with a little bit of profit. That's very good if you are doing it. I will encourage you to keep it up. So in that way, you're not losing money. You are outsmarting the market. That's good. So do you have any other question?
Okay, thank you.
Is somebody else for a question? Let me ask it. All right, so one after the other, I've accepted the other person. So remember, you can off your mic now. So let the others that I accept can ask their question. Now off your mic now. So so what's the own question, guy?
Okay, let's say for instance, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, so let's for instance now I enter the market now. Why is that the market will first to hit my headset before it went to my direction? It happens many times.
So the market is supposed to hit your stop loss. Was that what you said?
Before it goes to my direction. So what's the problem?
Okay.
Why is it that way?
The thing there is that maybe your entry is a bit higher because if you watch from the current signals as descriptions, you will see if you look back, you will see that where my risk to reward, like that small box, is then the small dark box with the bigger boxes. You see that my risk to reward is actually traced back to former lows. So I always put my stop loss in the low lows, like the previous low of the trend line I'm seeing there. You get? So maybe you don't have to put your stop loss below. Once you draw the trend line, like you get the low lows of the previous trade, you draw it. You get? Once you want to enter a trade, look for the last low. Let me say you are looking for a long trade now, for example. You're looking for a long trade. This is how I do mine. Let me say I'm looking for a long entry. I'll look for the low lows, like lowest, like last dip, lowest it was. Then I'm going to set my stop loss in that line. Most of the time, either it comes down and hits that line and picks up, or sometimes it just come down a bit. It will not hit that line, because I have to put it a little bit further down. So if it comes down and it not hit that line, it's going to peak. So maybe your stop loss is too close. You get, should be a little bit further down. You get, don't, even though you are seeing that your trade, yes, it's going to play out. So maybe bring down your entry a little bit, bring down your stop loss a little bit to avoid this. Then again, but if you see that the trade after coming down to hit your stop loss here, and picks up and start going, that means that analysis is actually playing out well. Just enter at current market price, then set your stop loss again. Enter at current market price and use a fresh stop loss. Once the thing is going up, it has passed your current market price, you can now take your stop loss and put inside your profits. You get?
Okay.
Which means I'm basically saying that if your analysis is right, but the trade retraced first and went and hit your stop loss, then later picked up and start doing well. That's what you're saying, ba?
Yes.
What you should do is that enter at current market price. That means that your analysis is good. It's just the pullback or the retracement. Enter at current market price. Once it goes up, take your stop loss and put inside your profit or that your entry price of current market price. Then allow the trade to play out. So it hits your take profit or whichever percentage you want to take your trade. So I guess I've answered the question, right?
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, you can now off your mic for another person to speak. So, Joy, you don't want to speak. So I just accepted somebody now. So you can on your mic and ask your question.
All right, can you hear me? Okay, so I want to ask about how to set a proper trading journal, and I would like to know how many times you take a trade in a day.
Me? Okay. My one is that most of the trades now is, let me say, if it's a day I'm kind of free. If you notice, some days I used to drop to 47 signals in a day. Just know that day I do that and I am free. And most of the times now, I don't really trade for myself again. I trade, like, I do analysis, not really for myself anymore. I do analysis mostly for you guys. You get. So let me say, inside the 4 to 5, 6 signals I drop for you guys in a day, most of the times it used to be only 1 or 2 that I entered. Most of it. Sometimes I don't used to enter them again because now mostly just open my trading view, do analysis for you guys. I'll just do the analysis and send for you guys because me, I will not come and have time and be more, though that is automatic and everything. But mine now, personally, I just do like 1 or 2 trades in a day. Some days if I don't used to trade again because of what? I have big money in my account. Like I have big money in my trading account that I'm not willing to risk it again. That's why if I see some of you using high leverage, I will just say, well, when I don't get money for your account, where person go they use the person know himself for this group, go they use 75x, go they use 125x. But using high leverage when your analysis you are sure of it and it's going to play out is actually good. It's just you maximizing your profits. But when you know they sure you use high leverage, who are you doing? Yourself. So back to answering your question. I don't really trade much. I just take 1 or 2 trades. And that 1 or 2 trades, I used to enter one self is sometimes $4,000, $3,000. And at the end of the day, I'll be getting like $7,000 or $8,000 or sometimes $5,000 from that trade. So you see, that's why, because of the type of money I have in my both Bybit and Binance, I don't really trade much again because I don't want to lose the money. So I just pick 1 or 2 trades after all my analysis and I enter it. So that's how I do mine. So you have to like come up with yours, how you want to go about it. Right.
Okay, you trade now because you don't want to lose money, or you trade now because you've gotten you've gotten enough money.
I trade now because I don't want to risk the money I have there. That's why if you notice most of the trades I used to drop that I entered at, if you see my leverage is very, very low. It's always like 3% or 5%. My leverage is very, very low. Because of what it's going to help me if the market is retracing or pulls back, or that the second guy talked about, the thing will still retrace and guy hit your stop loss before it peaks. Most of the time, the trade hit stop loss is like $500 I've left, $800 I've left. So I used to calm down and make sure that I'm very sure of an analysis. And most of the time, when I used to be very sure of an analysis, if I see that, especially in ranging market, ranging market, you come down and it will go up, hit the top, it will come down again, hit. So mostly in ranging market, I don't used to really enter ranging market because the thing used to forward. But you see those ones that the trend lines that I used to do with high and high lows. those ones, at least if you see that it will go up this way and it will still come down. So once it comes down, I'll okay, watch the analysis, saw the former stop loss. I said, okay, yes, I'm very, very sure of this trade. I will enter it with big money like $4,000, $6,000. And once the trade plays out, I used to get up to $8,000 or $10,000. Almost $8,000 is like 5 to 4 million naira in a day. So once I get that type of money, I'll just chill. I don't used to like stress. Maybe the next day I'll not even trade. The upper day I'll not even trade till whenever again. Because in a day I've actually lost over. I've posted it here before in the group. I think my highest loss ever in a day is like $5,000. And what actually caused it is that I was losing money and I was doing revenge trades. Revenge trade is very bad. Don't do it, guys. You started trading so that you can get that money you lost. I kept on losing money. I swear. So I believe I have answered your. Just find what works for you. You get. It's not much that you like. If I drop crazy signals in it, I used to say it is not all the signals you trade. Pick one or two. You get. But some stubborn people go still trade everything. But it's still a win-win because let me say inside that 5 now. 3 or 4 will play out one. One will play because at least you lost one and you won 4. So that's what my mind.
So, okay, so any advice you have for us to make or set a proper trading journal, like plans, trading plans?
I've already spoke about it. Are you just joining us? It's like you're just joining us, man.
Okay, yeah, I did.
I think you're just joining us because I already made mention of it, which is one that boils into having a trading strategy. I already talked about it. Decide a time that you actually want to be trading in a day, a period of time. You can decide to trade the whole day if you want, but you can just decide a period of time. Maybe you come open your trade around 9. You trade from 9 to 7, doing analysis first. Then if you cannot catch any trade, don't stress. Maybe come back again in the evening. Have a trading plan. You get. So that is just it. And look for what works for you. And I mentioned a couple of strategies you can actually use. I made mention of it. Maybe this section is recorded. Maybe when it ends to you, I'll send it to the group. You can actually get to play it again. So you hear the things I said in the beginning. You get, because I throw more light on these questions in this section. This particular trading plan and having a strategy and control emotions. Yes, I elaborated very well on it.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you.
You can off your mic for. Okay, someone else has a question. It's clear you can speak now. Already accepted now. You can speak. Why are you not talking?
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. There's something that always happens to me, especially on MTL. I will do my stop loss, and after doing my stop loss, the thing will pass my stop loss and decide to blow my account. I don't know why, especially on Bybit.
That means you're not using isolated. Maybe you are using cross. I think I explained it in the course. I cannot remember where I explained it again in that course, but I know that there's a place I explained isolated margin and cross margin. Yes. I think it's on Binance video that I explain it, because most of the videos I did on Bybit are not yet uploaded in the course. They're just in the YouTube channel. I don't know what the problem with seller. I've been sending them the video. They are telling me they are doing maintenance and upgrade. And again, I'm going to talk about something on Bybit that I forgot to share with you guys, but we'll come back to that. So back to your question, is either because they have two distinct, we have cross margin, we have isolated margin. So why it happens like that is because I think you're on cross margin. So you guys should correct me if I'm wrong. I believe cross margin is if you put your trade on cross margin, you're gambling with your whole assets. If your trade is on cross margin, you are gambling with your whole asset, everything that is in your wallet. So you're just basically telling the app that, see, if my trade goes against my will and start going down, this is what you're telling them. If it start going down, okay, don't close the trade. Allow it to eat from my account. Now, the good thing about this is that if it eats from your account and finally that trade picks back, to start returning the money it took from. But the thing there is that it's not going to show in your account that the money is going. It's until you close that trade. Let me say cross my example. You close that, it's going to calculate everything that you lost there and take it from your account. But isolated margin works. If you type isolated margin, this is my stop loss. When it's here, close it. So once the thing goes down and hits your stop loss, it's not going to affect the money in your wallet. It's going to just take that one it is taking. You get. So that's the two different. Maybe it's because you're using cross margin. That's why you're having that issues.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So is there you can off your mic without any other question. Okay, my mic is off. So if you have a question or you requested before and I on your mic, maybe you can. Okay, one other question is coming. I said maybe, not yourself. Okay, the person that just accepted to speak now, you can speak, please. Next question. Hello, ask your question or on your mic and just talk. I already accepted your request to speak. There are some couple of people I accepted that have not spoken. I don't know why. If I've already accepted you, you should speak. Because I don't think I needed anybody again. I just accepted somebody now. The person, are you guys just requesting for requests?
Can you hear me? But it's funny enough how our admin is not in this live stream.
They are around. Maybe they are in the section. It says Adamba.
Yes. Because
I
it be
think
like saying no, say plenty, so like plenty people will want pulling legs there, and now I no one near this place. Sure. It's fine. That guy is owing us a lot.
I saw when he joined. Maybe he later left because I believe he already knows a lot, like you said. So maybe he did not see the live still value. But I know I got, when you guys were joining, I was saying, I saw when he joined. Maybe at some point he left or something.
Okay, sure. It's okay.
So please, a couple of you requested to speak. I've unmute your mic and I'm not hearing any question. Abi, you just ask make you speak for asking reason.
Okay.
You just
I have a
okay.
question as regarding Bitcoin, because sometimes when I enter a trade, like I enter a trade and analyze it using support and resistance, I enter a trade and I long it. All of a sudden, in the Bitcoin market is going short, and all of a sudden my trade goes south. Is there any way one can deal with that? Because as a trade, hello,
We can hear you. We can hear you.
yes, because sometimes I long a trade and I analyze it well. I use support and resistance and I long the trade. Yeah. So all of a sudden, 30 minutes later, I'm seeing news like Bitcoin is going down, Bitcoin is going to 27K, and my trade just goes south. How can one prevent that?
This is what I said in trading strategy. You guys see, so this guy now just confirmed what I already told you guys. I told you that this can actually be a trading strategy. You can use it and be catching trade. I said it and him now is having a problem. Bitcoin controls at least 70% of the movement of the market, Bitcoin itself. So if you decide to just focus on only Bitcoin and waiting for when Bitcoin shorts, once Bitcoin short, just know a good number of altcoins will short. Short them immediately. I said this as a trading strategy in the beginning of this video when we started this live section. Now, this guy has asked the question. So me answering you is that is why me personally, I don't trade Bitcoin. I've told you guys before, and I've already said it in the group. I used to lose money in Bitcoin and the YDX. So I don't used to mess with them. So most of the time, what I used to do is that, or when all this news come out, let me say I'm in a long trade, and I see Bitcoin just do what I will rush that trade that I'm long, I will put it in short because it's going to go down. And your question now just confirmed what I talked about earlier, because you said you analyze it where it's going where, but once Bitcoin stops and Bitcoin is going down, your trade will go immediately and hit your this. What you should do is either you use switch position strategy. ASAP, you switch position strategy, or you use hedge mode. You use hedge mode, so as it's going down, you are catching it as it's going down as well. So using Bitcoin to predict the position of the movement of your market is actually going to help you a lot. So you guys can actually use it as a strategy. So yes, Bitcoin controls the market very well. So Bitcoin is short, so just be rest assured, especially those top good coins. I know those under coins where they don't know. Yes, they will go down. So you should not try to catch a trade when Bitcoin. You should not try to catch a long trade when Bitcoin is going short. You are doing it yourself. It's just few that might resist it. Let me say few, like you get when Bitcoin is seriously the short. But these two Chinese coin, no short. That World Cup coin, yes, it's not short because of that time. World Cup was controlling it. World Cup hype and everything was controlling it. That World Cup coins, when Bitcoin was going up, those ones used to go up. And some of these Chinese coins too, when Bitcoin used to go down, those coins used to go down. But every other coin, like AI coin, security coin, they used to go down. So maybe you can actually, once Bitcoin is going down and you're in a long trade, close it and short it, or you can use switch position or use hedge mode to recover your money back.
Okay,
So
sir.
I believe
Thanks,
I
sir.
answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so is there any other person? A lot of people requested for them to speak, and I accepted a lot, but it's just a few persons that are just speaking. I don't know. So since no more questions are coming in from the people that requested to speak, I believe that we have actually come to today's end of this. What I wanted to say is that Bybit did a challenge. I'm really sorry for you guys. I actually did not see it in time, honestly. When I saw it in time, I would have posted it, but let me check if the self is still on. As in, when I saw it, they started it, they did $20,000 challenge and put a link that you can actually join and trade. I see other people self dropping. I saw it late, like I saw the distance, because like this time we partner with Bybit. We have our own group where they drop information for us. All these people, we have a whole lot of crypto traders they quite partnered with Bybit. I don't know how long I sent them a message before they said to accept me, our group, to partner with them. So this was, I'm looking for the challenge. I want to show you guys. It was, I actually did not see it time, and I was pained when I saw that we have missed it. I was like, fuck. I saw it. It happened. Started the day I was preparing for my question. That around Wednesday. That Wednesday, I was like going to market, getting some things, getting ready for my case. Not the Bybit Grand Arena. It's 20,000 distance. I'm going to bring out the main distance. I'm going to show you guys, but since it's not showing, I'm trying to get it out. They have like other top traders that are also in the trade. So look at it. They have over 8,000 people. I don't know if you guys can see it. They have over 8. Let me just cook my it. We have over 838 traders that are actually in the challenge. 333,000 traders, which is almost 1 million specific from cap, are in the challenge, and they are actually giving up to $20,000 to first 10 actually do well, be trading volume and everything. So look at the top guys now, people that are marked now, that are people that are going to win. They have already won. So they are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's many 10 more. So once they are 10 now, they will share that $20 amongst the damage. This person will get to $2,000. I saw the challenge very late. maybe this one's now they're waiting for more people to fill in. So they put it in our group for those of us that have like a Telegram channel that have like groups. Because you know that main thing why they partner with you, because I had a Telegram channel and they saw it, I sent that why they partner. I didn't actually see this to leave. So again, that's why I used to advise you guys to trade with Bybit, because me, I do most of my futures trading now on Bybit. Then my sports trading on Binance. Then for those that already have a Bybit account, but it's not under the partnership link with Roots, I was actually discussing with Bybit. I sent a mail. So they sent me a write-up on how somebody already has an account before can transfer their account to a new account using the partnership link, so they can never be able to recognize you guys. So I'm going to, maybe after this section, I get to eat. Maybe later in the night or by tomorrow morning, I'm going to like send the mail, send the link to it, and send screenshots for those of you that are already using Bybit. Then you transfer into our partnership link, so they can now get to recognize. So unless they do type of challenge again, we guys join. Because I didn't have it, I would have joined and tried to see if I would win money. Who like money? Now they have how many winners? Now you can see them take the winners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They only have 7, so it's very 8, 9. And it's very like 10. It's very like 3 for them to share the $20,000 amongst them. So get to do your futures trading on Bybit, then do maybe your sports trading on this thing. And I'm actually putting pressure on seller for them to upload that video I already made on Bybit. But I'm going to be sending it via the link, the YouTube link here. So with that said, I'm going to share how to transfer. Those of you that already have a Bybit account, I'm going to share how to transfer your details from that former account to the new account. Then those of you that don't have Bybit yet, I'm going to send you the link for you to create a Bybit account. So just once you create it with link, click on the link, create it. So that's details using creating the account and load Bybit app. Then log in with that details. It's that simple. It's not hard. Bybit is almost the same thing with Binance. If you understand Bybit inside and outside, if you understand Binance inside and outside, Bybit should actually be open coupon. Sorry. Bybit should actually be easy work for you because you already know how the thing works. So guys, does any other person have questions? Please, question. If there is no more question, let's call it a day. And you get to go and implement what I thought, look for trading strategies, then learn to control. Okay, one other question is coming in. Let me accept. Okay, another person is requesting too. So one of you should speak first. I've accepted the both of you. One of you should speak first. Then when you are done, the next person will now talk. Hello, speak now. One of you should speak first.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Some like when I want to analyze coin on trading view, and I will see different exchange. Like for instance, now if you pick the one of Binance or Bybit to analyze a coin, can you trade it? Maybe when you analyze it on Binance, can you trade it on Bybit, or you can only trade that one you analyze on Binance? Because I can see different. Like maybe if I want to do an analysis on SRP, then they'll show me the one of Binance, they'll show me the one of Bybit, they'll show me one of Mess Global, KuCoin them, and the rest. Does it mean that if I analyze in one, I can use it to trade? Maybe if I have the other exchanges, maybe I have funds there, I can use the same analysis, or I should do the analysis in that same pair before I can.
And that's why the question is like itself yet. So if they know that it's not going to complicate issues, they won't differentiate it like that. So because they know it's going to be complicated, that's why they differentiate it. And most of the time, if I drop signal and say trade on Bybit, most of the time I did the analysis of that signal on Bybit. On my trade view, but I did it on Bybit. Like you said, once you search for the pair, they will break out different exchange code. Most of the time, if I say trade on Bybit, I did the data analysis on Bybit pair, and me, I already entered trade on Bybit. So yes, I don't really know if there's a difference, but for them to put it that way, they have a reason. You get, so they don't just put it because they are not full. Because had it been they would not have different exchanges. They will just have, like, let me say, you search for DYDX USDT perpetual, it will just come out without any exchange. But they have their reasons for doing it the same exchange. So just do it that way. If you want to trade on Bybit, you search for the Bybit pair, you analyze it and trade. If it's Binance, you want to trade to search for the pair, analyze. But if it's spot trading, get, like I said, me, I do my spot trading on Binance, then do my futures trading on this thing. Maybe. So that means most of my analysis I used to do, most of my trades I used to do on Bybit pair, like Bybit exchange or TradeView. So that's how I go about mine. So I believe your question has been answered. So the second person I accepted your request, you can get to ask your question. Hello guys, get to ask your question. If there is no more question, I could just end this section. Somebody else requested earlier now. Why is this person not speaking? So guys, since questions are not coming in, I believe we have actually learned something today, because me myself, I learned something. What did I learn? I learned that actually BTC controls the market. Like I said it, and I just got another confirmation. So which means I'm not the only, okay, somebody is requesting to speak, which means I'm not the only person that noticed that Bitcoin controls the market. So I learned something today from the guy that said that his market always goes up. So the person I just accepted now, you can ask your question. Hello, the guy that just requested now to ask question. Now you can ask your question. I've accepted you. Big Sam. Big Sam, you can speak or just touch your mic and start talking. He's not talking. Maybe he requested by mistake. All right, guys. So we have officially come to the end of today's section. And okay. Hello? What did you say?
Okay, I want to ask which one is better to use between cross and isolated?
Okay, that means you heard the explanation I gave on two of them, right?
No, sir.
Okay, you now heard the explanation. Okay. When it comes to cross margin and isolated margin, I already explained it, but let me explain it again. Cross margin simply means even though your trade is going down, don't close it. I have enough money in my wallet. So instead that your money in your wallet finishes, that's when the thing will liquidate to just blow your account. Let me say you have, somebody is requesting to speak. Okay, don't worry. Let me, after asking this question, I'm going to accept it. Let me say you have 1 million naira in your account now. And you enter the trade with 100K on cross margin. You enter the trade on 100K on cross margin. When the trade is going south, like it's not going against, it's not going the way you want it to go, it keeps on going down. It will finish that 100K and keep on going down. It will start eating from the one on your wallet, your wallet. You go down to loss of 200K, 300K. The trade is not going to close 400K, 500K. Till it gets to that 1 million. If it does not get to that 1 million, the trade is not going to close. If it's until it gets to that 1 million, that's when the trade close. They will liquidate you. But now look at the good thing about cross now. So let me say you enter the trade and the trade pulled back first. The same 1 million, I'm speaking with the 1 million. So you lost 100 first. It's still going. You lost 200. Maybe it got to 300. Then the trade now peaked and started going up. You are in 200, you are in 300,000 naira loss. Till go back to 200,000, go back to 100 before 50K profit will come. 70K, 100K, 200, 1 million K profits. So that's the good thing about cross. So you have seen the advantage and disadvantage. Cross, it will be taken from your wallet, but the good thing is that it's going to be to whenever it's big. Now, when it comes to isolation, in isolation margin, now you have 1 million naira in your account in isolation margin, and you enter a trade with 100K. Isolation margin, once the thing has gone down to loss of 100K, it will close the trade immediately. Now you have lost 100K. What you have is 900K. That's the thing about isolation margin. Once it gets to 100K, which is used in staking, it will close the trade. You have lost 100K. You get, that's the bad thing about it. Now, the good thing about it, now let me say now, that's a cross margin now. You keep on losing. It went down to, it got to your 1 million and liquidate you. Isolation margin will not allow it to happen. Isolation margin is going to stop it and cut it to the amount you stake. You get, is it that is going to choose the one you want, whether he wants to be gambling with all your money to when it picks up. Because now the bad thing about it is that, let me say that isolation margin now, the thing might go down, hit your stop loss, and now retrace. Now you have lost that 100K. So for you to enter the trade again, you have to like stake another money and enter a trade again. But with cross margin, let me say it retrace and comes down, pass the 100K, get to 200K, and picks will go up, and get all your money back. So you that is actually going to choose the one you are going to use. Is it isolation, cross margin? But I've explained the advantage and disadvantages of both of them. So I believe I have answered your question, right? Hello, was your question answered? This one is not talking again. So I believe I've answered this question. Another person is requesting to talk. So I just allowed the last person that requested. So you can speak. The person I just requested accepted your request now. Oluwa Abu. Ola, you can speak. I've accepted your request to speak, but if you won't speak and no other question is coming in, I believe we have come to the end of today's section, and I believe you guys learned something. So after this is done, I'm going to share this recorded live section to the group for those of you that missed it. And I'm going to share my Twitter handle to the group for those of you that want to make a tweet of today's section, maybe a screenshot or anything, and put out there what you learned, and tag me. I'm going to share my Twitter handle, so you put out whatever you learned today and tag me there. And it's also good because when you get to do that, for those of you that are already my affiliate group, you might actually see people that might be interested in knowing what you know, getting crypto made easy. You can actually send them your affiliate link to crypto made easy, and once they make a purchase, you make a free extra money for yourself. So that is it on that, guys. Then I'm going to send the Bybit detailed information about Bybit as I'm going to send. For those of you that don't have Bybit, how to switch your old account to a new account, then how to go about it. And I'll send in the Bybit link for those of you that don't have to sign up, so that when this kind of games comes up again, it's going to be, when this kind of games comes up again, it's going to be easier for them to verify us. So that is it on that. Since there is no more question coming in, I believe we have come to the end of today's section. Thank to you all that was live, and we are going to have something like this in before this month, and maybe within this month we're going to have, and I'm going to try at least having it once in a month or 2 times in a month. So we have already had the first one on the month of July 1st. And remember, this month is my birthday month, guys. July is my birthday month. So guys, thank you all for coming, and I believe you guys got value from today's section. Have a good night's sleep, you all.